All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Pastor Dow here. Hey, I'm sure that every single one of us has these same sentiments right here. And by the way, I'm at another one of our communities in Georgia. This is Straightway Georgia East. Beautiful communities being developed. The work is coming on extremely nicely. But anyway, I'm sure that we all can agree that this is the worst presidency that I've ever seen, read about, or been a part of in the history of ever since I've been living. And I've been, let me see, Kennedy, Nixon, Johnson, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, and now this buffoon. This is the worst that I ever seen. That's a lot of presidents. I mean, I've been alive a long time. And I'm sure we can all see it. You know, the Democrats is so bad right now. You know that this President Biden, he started off with this so-called, talking about this Green New Deal. The nature of this video, I'm going to tell you the reason why gas prices is flying through the roof and soaring through the roof. And I'm going to tell you what's really going on behind the scenes. And all I have is discernment. I don't get to sit in none of their boardroom meetings. I don't get to find out the skinny. All this is just me being able to look at the markets, watch and see what's happening. And I'm telling you right now, it seems like if you are in the markets, the best thing to do is get some stock in electric cars and get some stock in batteries and energy. Because look what happened. First thing Biden did is he stopped the building of the Keystone Pipeline. He took all the jobs away from the people in Virginia, Wisconsin, and all that area up there. And under Trump, we were energy independent. Now we're energy dependent again upon other countries, and things have to be exported in. What's the whole purpose of that? Ever since all these so-called moves has done happened, and notice, this is not build back better, because that's what Biden ran under. We're going to build back better, but everything he has touched has went from bad to worse. Everything he has touched went from bad to worse. There's nothing that this man can do positively. And I don't even, you know, he's got to be an insider, got to be some way, somehow, because there's no way that the American people, in whatever state he represents and stuff, Delaware, something like that, I can't believe that they kept this idiot, this buffoon in office all this time. I can't believe that. I don't care, as a senator, as a vice president, man, you're talking about an insider. But anyway, so what's really happening on this Build Back Better thing is that this is a plan. This is a planned reaction for the gas prices to shoot through the moon. They're talking about right now, some economists talking about the gas could probably be upwards of $7 a gallon right now. It's $5 a gallon right now in California. And right now it's like $99 a barrel heading towards $150. And if it goes to $150 a barrel, you're talking about crippling the economy. It's going to be literally crippled. But here's the game plan. The plan is this: continue to keep up the soaring gas prices, continue to make people lose taste for these gas prices while we give you all types of discounts and all types of deals. And you know what? Those electric cars are going to start looking really good now. Now, guess what they end up doing? They end up moving you away from things that was working, and they end up forcing the hands of the Americans to hopefully go out and spend more money to buy electric cars, so that way you don't have to spend all this money on gasoline and all this other stuff. So what they're doing, they're putting the screws to the American public, literally just putting the screws to us. You know, I thought about this thing for a second, electric cars. You know, they had a shutdown on I-95 going south, north and south this past winter. And some people were stuck out there in that traffic upwards almost 40 hours. Watch this. Could you really survive in an electric car for 40 hours? I mean, there ain't electric charging stations everywhere right now. I imagine there was a lot of pain and suffering, and it was extremely cold. And that's very few people like we do. You know, we teach people whenever you leave your land or homestead or something like that, you have some type of emergency bag in there so you'll be able to take care of yourself. You know, if you're going on long trips and stuff, have an emergency bag where it's got some thermal heating suits in it. You know, some toilet paper, some snacks, some stuff that's going to provide you with protein and calories and make sure you can defend yourself. You know, stuff like that in case of emergencies. Make sure you have an emergency, some flares, and you just don't ever know what's going to happen. Have a little bag, you grab it and put it in your vehicle, and you're ready to go. You're good to go. And so if something does happen, and remind you, and I used to teach this a long time ago, never, ever let your gas tank get under a half while you're on the road, because you don't never know you're going to run into, a tanker could turn over. There could be some toxic material. Next thing you know, you're stuck on the highway for 4 or 5 hours and you ain't got no gas. So never let it get under a half. Stuff like this. But anyway, we're talking about here about the Green New Deal. This is manipulation. This is coercion. And this is a planned action right here to force people to try to get into the market to buy electric, to start getting more so into solar energy and all this other stuff. But hey, you know, I think the first thing before solar energy, before all this other stuff, you have to learn how to live the way our people lived, the way people lived here on this land before civilization. Wood stoves. Make sure you install one in your home. Make sure you have at least 2 years of wood stacked up on your home or your homestead. Those of you in the city, I ain't got no answers for you. You're in trouble. You should have been done left those population centers. And you can better believe that what everybody out there wants to teach and very little action, you better believe Dalton is not going to give you that information, because he's so deceived. He thinks the scholarship is going to purchase land like this, a homestead like this, and put homes on here where you're not in hocked to the bank or anybody else for mortgage or rent or anything else, and you've got chickens, you got livestock, you got gardens, you got raised beds, you have fruit trees, and see, this is independence. That's why you have to learn how to can. This is the way you should be. I know I had a lot of digressions in this video right here, but we're going to talk about more of this as the days go on. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Biden is full of it.